What it do, Brooks Brothers? It's me, Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with a brand new Spill the Tea video. So recently, Irv Gotti and Ja Rule sat down with Nori on Drink Champs to discuss the upcoming Murder Inc. documentary that will be on BET this week. They're also coming out with a BET, I think it might be on BET if I'm not mistaken, Murder Inc. series detailing everything that happened from the beginning of Murder Inc. up until I guess now or whatever. But in the interview, Irv Gotti did a lot of talking about Ashanti, child. Ashanti. Couldn't get off his brain, off his tongue. He claims he's not angry anymore. He claims he's not bitter. But judging on his choice of words, the angriness, the facial expressions, the body movements, all of that spelled otherwise. The first clip I want to show you guys is when he relayed the news that the watch he was in fact wearing that day was a watch that Ashanti had bought him as a gift while they were seeing each other. Check it out.
Okay.
See if you see that.
Damn, I still can't see. It says, is a memory, I think. You change, what?
Change lives.
You change lives, yeah, that's what it says.
You change lives.
Forever.
Forever, love Ashanti.
Wait.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
That was hilarious.
The fact that he's even still wearing the watch says everything. Like, you're still in love with her. You're mad that she moved on. I'm not walking around wearing a watch of somebody that I don't want anything to do with and that I'm so-called over. You're rich. You can afford any watch in the world according to you. You still got money. You still getting paper. So why are you still wearing the watch that she bought you ages ago when y'all was fucking around? It screams, please acknowledge me. Please take me back. Please answer my calls. Please come back and play with me. And she refuses, and you feel some type of way about it. Then he decided to disclose the information on how they created the song Happy together based off a sexual experience that they just finished having. Mind you, Ashanti is my age. Ashanti is 51 years old. Irv Gotti is 52 years old. So at that time when they were dating, he was very much older than her, 11 years older than her, was married. Even though he says they were separated, you were still married. You were her boss. You had no business sleeping with that girl. She was still very young, still very impressionable, and your 30-something-year-old ass knew better. And it makes it worse because he was married, very much married. And I know some could argue, well, Jay-Z got with Beyonce when she was young. He's 12 years older than her. Well, Beyonce was never signed to him. He was married. They started off on a clean slate. It's a difference when you're my employee. I have control over your career, have influence. I can manipulate things to be how I want them to be. It's a conflict of interest, first of all. Then on top of that, he's married. So it's just like gross on all cylinders. But let's get into this disgusting story that he just had the need to tell.
Let me explain how the relationship and how it worked to
Yeah, I'm dating at this point.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're together.
Matching watches? I imagine you bought her watch too.
I bought her mad shit.
Okay.
Okay.
Birkins, all that. All right.
I bought. She gained.
Go ahead.
I don't know about none of this either. I just know.
Okay.
So
you Switzerland. Stay out of it.
I'm Switzerland. There you go.
We just finished sleeping together or whatever.
Okay.
I'm taking a shower. I'm in the shower. You know, a nigga be creative after.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Shit, I gotta get comfortable for this story. I ain't never heard these stories either. I'm getting comfortable. We got popcorn.
Listen,
popcorn.
I'm in the shower.
Don't steal my shit.
I'll give you the quick story.
Cool.
You can see the full story
on the Murder Inc. documentary. Let's go to premiere on BET.
That's premiere on BET. I think of the whole track in the shower. I get out the shower, I call my nigga Chink. I'm on the phone, Chink, yo.
Chink Santana.
We get to the studio. Chink. Chefs it up, the beat, everything. Okay. Now it's time for you to write. Yo, I want the shit to be a feel-good joint, like summertime things. I'm so happy, baby.
You made me happy.
I mean, but that,
beautiful
the energy,
beautiful record.
That record came about because of our energy.
You miss that energy a little bit?
Not anymore. When like 20 years ago, when we stopped,
like fresh out of it.
I think I asked you this before. I'm gonna ask you again.
Yeah.
You don't go on her gram sometime and be
absolutely
like,
not.
Come on, God.
I'm being dead
black woman.
Listen, I'm being dead serious. And if I'm being dead serious, if you take a look at some of my girlfriends or whatever, yo, they banging, nigga. They all banging. They banging.
But you seen Nelly flew out for verses.
That's Nelly. That's Nelly.
Let's just be clear.
Boo! Tomato, tomato, tomato. Nobody believes you. You need more people. Like, even Nori and them didn't believe you. None of them niggas in that room believe you. Like, it's written all over your face. You don't have to say a word. Like, you don't even believe the words that's coming out of your mouth. I don't care how many bad bitches you have dated, been with, fucked since you've been with her. You're not walking around wearing items that they bought you 20-some odd years ago because you're still clinging on. You're not in interviews talking about any of them. Hell, you don't even talk about your own ex-wife who was the mother of your kids the way that you talk about Ashanti, but you're over her. And why did you feel the need to disclose that information about how y'all came up with the song Happy? Like, you sitting up here talking about your dick. You steady out here talking about y'all slept together, y'all was dating, y'all was fucking around, she was your mistress, even though you was separated. But I feel like it makes you look crazy that you out here claiming a woman that ain't claiming you. Like, she doesn't acknowledge you. She does not claim you. She, like he said in the interview, does not want to come forward stating that because he was in fact married, and that was fucked up because you knew that man wife. You had been around that man wife. Regardless of the fact that he told you they were separated, they were still fucking married at the end of the day. So I think now, as a grown woman that knows better, who wants to admit that I was out here sleeping with my boss? You know what I'm saying? Because then that's gonna come with the connotation that she slept her way to the top, even though we all know that's not true. She worked hard to get where she was, but it's just an all around bad look for her. And who want to claim that they fucked Irv Gotti? He looked like the Michelin Man. Like, don't nobody want to claim that. Nobody wants to claim fucking that egghead shaped ass nigga. Nobody. I would deny it. I would deny to the day I die. I don't know what that man talking about. He is schizophrenic. He is living in an alternate universe. He ain't never slept with me. I don't know what he talking about, child. I don't know. I would clown him. I'd be like, he is lying. Like, I don't know what he talking about. Like, he just looks bitter and crazy. Then he went on to say how he found out about the fact that Nelly and Ashanti were dating.
Yes.
I can get past you wanting to be with Nelly.
Sounds like you didn't get past that. I'm just being honest.
Listen. At the time it happens, any man,
yeah, of course,
is hurt.
Yeah.
The chick you fucking are in love with is with this nigga.
Country grandma.
You wanna hear how I found out?
How you found out?
Only on Drink Champ. It's on the documentary too.
Yeah. How did you find out, sir?
I was at home.
And there wasn't no Twitter or Instagram back then.
I was at home. Okay. Listen to this shit. This is God wanted me to find out. I was at home. NBA package. I like watching sports. Oh my God, what's this commotion going on in the stadium? We just found out what the commotion is. Nelly has walked in with Ashanti.
Oh my God.
I need for him to make it make sense of how you got an attitude that your side chick had a side nigga. Like, make it make sense, sir. You can't get mad. You even stated in this interview that you was fucking more bitches than her. So you was fucking around with other bitches, still was married, sir, over there with your crying wife. I'll never forget the reality show where she was so still distraught about everything that you had done to her, Deb, and how you pretty much could give two fucks because you're such an asshole. But how you mad because she decided to move on with her life and be with somebody else that wasn't married? Like, make it make sense, you narcissistic asshole. Like, who do you think you are, sir? You need to be happy that a bitch like Ashanti even looked at you twice. Maybe it was because she was young and naive at the point and she saw a man with power and money. You know, Gotti got a little gift to gab or whatever. You know, he got that little gangster talk. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? No. You know, they had chemistry in the studio, you know, with him making the beats and her writing the rhymes. But eventually the rose-colored glasses were going to come off, sir. Like, Nelly, Irv Gotti. Nelly, Irv Gotti. I mean, the choice is simple to me. Like, somebody young, sprite with a good body, you know, pretty teeth, good looking man, you know what I'm saying? He from the Lou and he proud. You know, St. Louis niggas got a whole nother swagger than other, you know, East Coast, West Coast, or Southern niggas. You know, these St. Louis niggas is a whole nother breed. And please believe she found that out. But, sir, have several. And then what really pissed me off is that during this interview, he kept on saying how he made her and that he was mad when she decided she didn't want to be signed to Murder Inc. anymore. And then he went as far as to call her out of her name, not once, but twice. And it really pissed me off. Take a look at this.
I'm so secure in my gangster nigga and secure in who the fuck I am in this universe. I could tell you when I'm hurt. I could tell you when I'm vulnerable or whatever. Nigga, I'm an open book. That's why they silence young Malcolm, because I just keep it real. What's the answer? This is the answer to that. 100%. I don't give a fuck. But I say this to say, this is your family. We made you. This is, my nigga put you on the ship. You can't abandon this. Right. You can't. And you're gonna say you don't wanna do this? I'll never get over that.
But, all right, so it started after the game, and then, but the feds still have to come into account, Gotti. This is the
feds
female.
already happened.
Okay.
A lot of people were saying, you know, the 98% conviction rate. Right. So she would be saying to me in like emotional crying, like, they told me you're gonna go to jail.
Let's be clear now. Let's just be clear. This is a good point as an outsider that's looking in. That's the way they was pointing y'all out. They were like, these niggas is going to jail for life.
And I'm quite sure that her people was telling her this is a good thing for you.
To get up out of there.
You're the hottest R&B motherfucker. Yep. Gotti's gonna go to jail. Yep. And you're free.
Like, distance yourself.
Yes.
Newsflash, not guilty, bitch. Not guilty, bitch. You and your team, not guilty, bitch. I told all you motherfuckers I ain't do it. No one believed me. There's a lot of things they could have came at me for. Well, not a lot, but some things. But with that, I could have been I could have been a bad man. Meaning I'm on the label, you got a contract with me, boy. Right. You want to break out and go to Interscope. Right?
Jimmy Iovine, after y'all going through y'all tobacco.
Me and Jimmy's always been great.
Okay, great.
Fucking, you want to go to Interscope. You got a deal on the table. I could have easily said, yo, give me $1 million. I'll let you out the contract. I ain't do that shit, nigga. I ain't say, yo, you could go, but I need a check 500,000 something.
You just let him go?
Just let niggas go. I let a fucking Ashanti go.
Ooh, niggas don't know that, Gotti.
I could have been a fucking monster to her. I only recorded what 4 albums or whatever like that. I had, I think 7. I had like 3 more to go. I signed and let her go free.
She went to Koch after that.
Whatever she went to, she was free to do written entertainment. Right. But nigga, I could have been the bad, salty, bitter guy and said, no, bitch, you got to give me some bread.
See, you gotta stop calling them bitches, but go ahead.
You right.
You will go get those.
No, beautiful black female. No, like I could.
That's better.
What kind of words are you saying?
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, this is why.
I sure was gonna say, so ain't nobody gonna check him for calling this girl out her name and calling her a bitch, because the first time he said it, everybody was on mute. All of you black men in this room, men period, was on mute the first time he said it, and should have checked him, because she didn't deserve that. So I was happy that at least Ja Rule was the one that stepped up and said something to him the second time he called her out of her name, which is so disgusting. It's so disgusting. It's so just screams of misogyny when it comes to him. Like, you didn't make nobody, nigga. You helped her, but you did not make her. See, that's the reason why she don't want to fuck with you now today or do business with you, because you got a God complex. You think that you literally made this girl. You think that without you, she wouldn't be who she is today. But you also stated in this interview that she already had 2 record deals on the table. She would have made it with or without you one way or another, sir. Like, I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but he need to stop with that. I made her. How dare she say she don't want to be a part of this no more? Everybody has a right to make decisions for themselves and decide that they want to move on. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't want to stick around for life. You know what I'm saying? You talk this family and nigga, this ain't Fast and the Furious. Sit your ass the fuck down somewhere. That girl had the right to do whatever she wanted to do with her career. You decided to let her out of her contract early. That was the decision that you made. So you can't be mad that you let her out of her contract early when you knew she still had 3 more records to record for you. You know what I'm saying? And then you want to sit up here and say you're not mad, you're not bitter. But the whole interview, you can tell you mad and bitter. You feel some type of way. You mad that she was the bitch that said, yeah, I'm good, and left you, whereas your wife Deb was over there crying over your ass 30 years later. Who knows what these other bitches is out here doing? You not used to a bitch giving your ass her ass a kiss and stepping on and meaning it. Like, she literally told you she ain't want to fuck with you no more, told you she ain't want to fuck with the label no more, left and meant that shit and never turned the fuck back. And her career is still doing very well. Hell, Ashanti look better, perform better, sing better now than she did back then. What y'all created together was magic, but for you to sit up here and say you made her, nigga, she the one wrote the motherfucking songs. Yeah, you came up with the beats, my nigga, but she wrote those songs. She was writing songs before you even officially signed her. When you had her, quote unquote, being a studio rat, not in that sense of her being a rat, but this is what they call them, a studio rat, when you just hanging around, you know, trying to get on, you know, writing, singing, whatever. But like, dude, like, he's just gross to me. He's really gross to me. If I was Ashanti, I would never fuck with him neither. Like, no, sir, absolutely not, because he ain't learned nothing. He ain't learned a damn thing. Nothing. And sad to say, he thought that FBI shit was something. He ain't learned his lesson. God gonna spank his ass again, because once again, he got a God complex. I made you. Oh, okay. Well, if you made her, why come you ain't made another her? Oh, okay. If you made her, why we ain't seen another her? Why we ain't seen another version of a pop singer that came out of Murder Inc. since then? Oh, all right. Exactly. Boy, sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere and suck a dick. Like many of us after watching that cringy interview, Fat Joe, as I'm recording this video, took to his little podcast thing that he does and spoke on what he felt after viewing it. Take a look.
What the fuck you want, right?
Ashanti, right? And so, whatever Irv has with Ashanti is 20 years old, right? And so I know he was making some points that mean a lot to him, his heart and soul. But when you keep ranting about somebody 20 years later, it felt like he's not over the young lady, right? And so also we didn't know that they was fucking, right? Because the whole time, I'm there. What's Love, Big Pun Record, on tour. I never seen them together like that. Now, I'm not saying they wasn't. They was. Or there was rumors they was. I never seen it. But I don't need to know. I don't need to know. Right? Now, it's okay if it's on a documentary. You got to say your truth for your documentary. But to go to Drink Champs and keep calling her a bitch, keep disrespecting, guys, I'm not going to be the one, I'm not the guy, to stand up for Ashanti, the brother that, I'm not, the Ja Rule was standing right next to him. And so I'm not going to be that guy, right? But, yeah, like I'm not telling stories about a girl I was with 20 years ago. In fact, I hope you die. Fuck you, bitch. Leave me alone. Right?
Like Irv Gotti really needs to feel like the clown he is after that interview. That needs to be one of the biggest regrets of his life, because I'm like, Joe, you're pressed, my nigga. You're pressed like a panini. Why is you speaking on something that happened 20 years ago? Ja Rule ain't shit because he sat there and let him say the shit when you supposed to be her brother and this, and that. That's why I was always on G-Unit side. That's why I was always G-Unit when they slaughtered y'all asses, because I knew it was some fugazi shit going on over there. Like, the whole thing was just fucked up. Like, the only time I will give Ja Rule this. During the interview, he was like, let's change this up and let's talk about something else. But I mean, you can't control what another man say, but I wouldn't have sat there for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm cool with both of y'all. I'm not going to sit here and be quiet as he's talking shit about somebody that I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Only time that I saw that I didn't get to finish it, but from what I saw up until where I stopped at, he only stood up for Ashanti that one time by telling him not to call her a bitch. The whole thing just made both of them look like straight up fools. Ooh. Looking like the goddamn peanut butter man. Ugh. Anyway, make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button, you guys. I love you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.